Looking back on the month of April here in Lancaster County for the real estate market update, it's been red hot. The spring market is springing, and I'm breaking it all down. Hi there, thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Matt Moore with the Moore Group. We are a real estate team based right here in the beautiful Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. And in this video, we're going to be breaking down the monthly market update, looking back on the previous month, which in this case is April 2024, and letting you know what's going on with the real estate market, how to translate the data, what it actually means if you are thinking of perhaps buying or selling a home, or just want to keep tabs on what's going on here in the real estate market. Now, you might notice behind me, the background is a little bit different than a lot of my other videos on this channel, and that is because, well, April was a month for us personally where we also moved. We're still here in Lancaster County. We just moved into a different place, and so for the office is a little different. It also explains why there was no April market update video. Things were just way too crazy. But as of right now, at least real estate, it is also pretty crazy here in Lancaster County. So let's break down the information in April 2024's monthly market update video. Now, one thing that continues to be in the headlines are the interest rates. And right now they are, as we are recording this video in early May, hovering right around 7.5% for very strong 800 credit score buyers on a conventional loan. So some people might even be higher than that with the interest rates. And that really hasn't seen at least much of an adverse effect here, at least in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. What we have seen is that Lancaster continues to remain an extremely desirable area. People are still coming to this location. And because we have the rate gridlock, meaning people who bought homes in the last couple of years, well, there's not really a good reason for them to leave unless they absolutely have to, because their interest rates are substantially lower. So we're seeing this little bit of a gridlock going on, and that is leading to limited inventory, similar to what we saw last year according to the data. And the demand still remains high, even with prices going up and even with interest rates compounding those already higher prices here in Lancaster County. So a couple of metrics we track on the regular is closed sales. April 2024, there were 329 homes that closed, and you compare that to April of 2023, and 325 homes sold during that year, or I should say during that month. And that shows that we are still, again, in the exact same position we were at this time last year, but we were at higher interest rates now than we were last year. Despite that, though, the average sale price continues to rise here in Lancaster County. And right now, that average sale price here in Lancaster is just shy of $350,000, coming in around $347,000. You compare that to April of 2023, and it's basically a $20,000 difference. $326,000 was the average sale price last year at this time. Compare that to the $347,000, and you get around somewhere around a 7 or 8% year-over-year return on value for average sale price. No, there is no doubt there are zip codes here in Lancaster County that are incredibly hot, even hotter than this 7% mark. And it is not unusual for competing offers, multiple bids, and in some cases, some houses going 10 to 15% over asking price, no contingencies, completely clean. So if you're a home seller here in Lancaster, well, it still remains an incredibly desirable time to sell your home. And for buyers, you already have higher interest rates, and now you still have the competition to go along with it. So it's incredibly important to be very strategic about how you are making your decisions when it comes to purchasing a home here in the Lancaster area and across really the entire country, with the exception of a few markets which are definitely seeing a downturn. But here in Lancaster, very, very strong. The real estate market continues to be, and that is because of the lack of inventory. Another metric we track is median days on market. So that would be kind of taking the middle of the road house out of the 300 and some odd closed sales in Lancaster. How long did it take that home to sell? And that gives us a good metric on fluctuations from month to month. In April of 2023, it was 6 days on market on a median level. So basically comes on a Thursday, comes off the market on a Monday or Tuesday. Very quick, multiple offers in those situations. And April of 2024, it continues to remain at that 6 days on market. So rates have done nothing here in Lancaster County. In fact, if anything, basically it's even hotter of a market now than it was this time last year for sellers because of the lack of inventory and because there's been such backlog of buyers wanting to buy for the last couple of years. And people want to make moves. People need to do that move, whether it be a first-time home buyer situation or people downsizing or whatever the case might be. lifestyle moves will always continue, people moving in and out of homes regardless of what interest rates are doing. And I really think that's what we're seeing right now, in addition to the backlog from the last couple of years, keeping the demand high. Now, what homes are listing for versus what they are selling for, and you can see the numbers there, right around 102% above asking price, 2% above asking price, I should say. And if you have a $300,000 home, you can expect somewhere around the 306, 308 range. But I've seen many cases where even $100,000 over asking price is not enough when you get these great homes, great neighborhoods, great areas, and it's priced aggressively. We are seeing that in many cases. It's happening all the time here in Lancaster County. Now, that's not to say if you're coming in from outside that you should be scared of this market. It just means you need to be prepared and be aware, depending on what you're looking for, you may be up against competition. So we'll have more contact info at the end of this video so you can understand, basically how we need to negotiate this, how we need to logistically plan for this real estate market that we are moving into. Now, one other thing we like to track is the home demand index, and it shows Lancaster County out of the entire region having the highest home demand index of any of the surrounding counties, coming in over 100. Now, what this is basically an algorithmic check on what's happening with showings that are being scheduled. So the more showings that are being scheduled relative to surrounding counties and relative to year over year, that home demand index will be higher. So it's, again, a similar demand to what we saw last year. Lancaster County still remains basically the strongest county in South Central Pennsylvania when it comes to the home demand index. And locally, there are some very hot zip codes here in Lancaster County when it comes to that, especially in some of our periphery areas and zip codes on the northern end of the county. Southern end of the county, shaded in blue there. It's a little slower down as you get down toward the Quarryville, the Providence area, Nottingham, same kind of deal. Farther north you go, especially around Lancaster City, in Lancaster City, and of course going north of that, seems to be, at least as of the month of April, where the hottest activity is going on when it comes to showings. So let's talk about the takeaways. And the first thing is that limited inventory is basically overcoming the fact that interest rates are higher. That's no question. It's happening in real time right here in Lancaster County. The demand for Lancaster is extremely high, and there's just not a whole lot of homes to go around for people that are buying and selling. A population of almost 600,000 people in Lancaster County, and in a month, only 329 homes closed. That's a very, very, very low inventory number. And that, I believe, is going to continue all throughout the rest of this year, probably into next year as well. I just don't really see a reason why we would see a massive influx of inventory hitting the market here in Lancaster County, because it remains incredibly desirable and people are coming here more than they are leaving. There's a net influx of people coming to the area. Selling is great. Buying, it just means you need to have a plan, and you need to be in contact with a real estate team who can help you build a plan depending on what specifically you are looking for and looking to do. Different homes at different price ranges in different areas are going to have different levels of competition, or some even won't have any competition at all. And we have been getting our clients under agreement without the competition, with their inspections, and with homes to sell. It just depends on what you're looking for. So we need to have that conversation. And of course, we'd love to have that conversation with you here, the Moore Group. But basically, if you're already working with a different broker, totally fine. Just make sure you're having that conversation. Make sure you're building that plan. No other team in Lancaster County is going to market your home for sale better than we can. That I promise you. So we're going to take that already hot fire market, we're going to throw gas lighter fluid on it, and it's going to turn into a frenzy and an explosion. That I can promise you with some of the ways that we do that. So get in contact with us. We'd love to have that conversation with you about it. And of course, for the buyers, planning that logistically. How are we going to get you in a home, and what are the things that we need to do to get you there? Those are all very, very important factors and things that we would love to discuss with you. So on that note, let's talk about how to contact us. You can call, text, email. It does not matter. We're here to be a resource and a guide for you. My name is Matt Moore with the Moore Group. You can email me there at the contact information, or you can check out our website, themoregroup.lancaster.com. See who we are, what we have to offer you for both selling and buying. I can promise you've never seen a real estate website like ours, and we encourage you to check that out. And if that's not enough, go to Google, look up the Moore Group, and see what other people are saying about us. We have over 65-star reviews and counting. Hopefully yours can be one more. And we'd love to get in contact with you, have that conversation, figure out what the next moves for you are. Thank you so much for watching. Until next month, will be the month of May, but we'll record it in June. Hope you guys have a great one.